Hi team, yesterday we have seen demo class, Snowflake demo. Okay, so let me observe some more scenarios on Snowflake. Uh, okay, so same kind of scenario but different logics. Assume that guys. So I have one file in AWS, two files in AWS S3, two files. Yesterday we was in single file. Today we are observing two files. I have two files in AWS S3. These two files data I want to load into student table, student details table. Okay, how many records are there? All the records I have to load it. Okay, how to load it via Snowflake we'll discuss, guys. Okay, I assume that I have two files. Let me open the two files. Let me go for the two files. So I'm opening the two files. So let me open two files. It is having some data. Student1.csv. It is having some data. Same like that. I have one more file, student2.csv. So I have one more file, student3 also. Let me student3.csv. Total three files are there. Now what I want it, all three files data I want to load into my Snowflake table. Okay, what is the table I want to load it? Student details I have to create it. So in the student details table I want to load it. Okay, now so from AWS it's now in my local system. Now what I will do, I will upload into my AWS S3. So directly it is not possible to load into Snowflake tables. What I have to do, between AWS is external stage, so that's why I need to create a stage. I need to create a stage first. Okay, so after creating stage, then what is the command I have to use, means how to use the copy into command. By using the copy into command, I can load the data into student details table. Okay, first I will get the data from AWS S3. I will keep into the staging, external stage. Then I will use the copy into command. Then I will pass some credentials from how to connect from Snowflake to AWS. Then some credentials I will pass it in the copy command. Then I will load into Snowflake table. This is the process we will follow, team. Okay, the first step, let me upload the files into AWS S3. So let me go for AWS. So now I have to create a bucket. How to create a bucket? So there is a right side, create a bucket is there. Let me create a bucket. So now let me pass the bucket name. Let me pass the some bucket name, Nandini Software Solutions Landing 2025 demo. Okay, landing demo 2025. You can pass any name, but real time they will upload the files in the S3 bucket. We have to use that path. Whichever the path they want to get the files, that path we have to use it. So now let me create a bucket. Don't change anything. So now my bucket got created. Inside a bucket, I will create a one folder. There is a create a folder option is there. Let me create a folder. Let me pass the source files. Okay. So source files, let me create a folder. Now inside open the folder, let me upload the files. How to upload the files? There is upload option is there. Add files. How many files you want to upload, team? Three files you have to upload, right? So let me upload the three files. Student details. There are three files I need to upload: student 1, student 2, student 3. These are the three files I'm going to upload it. Okay, let me upload these three files. So let me click the upload button. So now my upload is done. Where these files are located? These files are located in this path. Let me copy the URL path. Let me copy this S3 path. So now I'm keeping in notepad. This my files are located in this path. Okay, now what I want it, I need to I need to load into student details table. Let me create a table first. How to create a table of this? Take one sample file. Let me take the structure. My structure is same, right? So let me take this structure. Let me create a table. How to create a table, team? Let me observe it. So I need to create a database first. Okay, so how to create a database? So let me observe it. Create or replace database. Database name Nandini Software Solutions Demo. If it's already existing, it will overwrite, guys. Okay, so now let me create it. Now I want to use the database. How to use the database? So there is a use keyword I have to use database. Database name Nandini Software Solutions Demo. I'm using the database. Now I want to create a table. How to create a table, team? So this is the structure I have to use it. Okay, how to create table? Anyone idea, team? Can someone tell me how to create a table? Create or replace table. Table name student details, right? They want to load the data into student details. That's why this is the table I'm creating. Okay, so what is the column names? Student ID. When you observe the student ID, values are coming from my files as the numbers. That's why I can use as a data type as a integer. This is the values. Customer will tell it, hey Venkat, use the student ID column integer. I have to use integer. This is the values are coming string. I have to use as a string. Okay, so now student name is coming varchar string, right? String values means that is called as a varchar or string. You can use as a in Snowflake varchar data type. Let me pass some length. Okay, so some length I'm passing. Mass, physics, computers. See, when I observe the mass marks, physics marks, computer marks, what are the values are coming to me? Is it coming numbers, string, or date? What are the values are coming to me? Can someone tell me what are the values are coming? Mass marks, physics marks, computer marks. What are the values are coming? So it is coming from the files integer. That's why I have to use as a mass as a integer, physics also integer. Let me use the physics also integer. Okay, computers also integer. Let me use the data type. I'm using integer. Gender, when you observe the gender, male or female, that is characters like string. String means I can use in the varchar data type. Varchar data type I can use it. Okay, so now let me close the bracket. So this is the way to create a table. Create or replace table, table name, column names, data types, and length. Okay, let me create the table. So now I'm creating the table. Now my table got created. Now I want to retrieve the data in this table. How many records are there? I want to check it. As for now, no records are loaded. So now I want to check it, identify it. Is there any records are loaded? Okay, so for that I want to retrieve the data means I have to use the select star from table name. What is the table name? Student details. Student details. Select star from student details. Let me execute it. See, zero records are there. Now have to load these three files data into this table. So directly from AWS to Snowflake is directly not possible load. So first I have to create a stage, right? That's what I told. As I told you earlier, I have to create a stage. How to create a stage? Please observe carefully, team. Okay, so create or replace stage. Stage name, this is the external, right? So AWS external stage student. Okay, so what is the URL, team? Where the files are located, that is the path I need. Let me copy this the path. So let me paste it here. This is the path. These files are, which are the files are available in this path. I want to extract it. I want to get it. I want to load into Snowflake table. So that's why I'm keeping the AWS all the files in this path. I'm keeping it to Snowflake staging. Okay, so let me execute. This is the way to create a stage. Finally, now I get into Snowflake environment. Now I want to load into Snowflake table. I have to use the copy into command. Copy into which table I want to load the data. I want to load the data into student details table. That's why I am passing the student details. Copy into student details. From where I want to get the data, I'm getting the data from, this is the stage. From the stage I'm getting. So I kept the data from AWS to stage. Now I'm getting from stage to Snowflake, right? So this is the stage. Then I have to pass some credentials. I need to get it right. So while connecting, I need to pass some credentials. So that's why let me go for the after logging Snowflake, there is a username. When you click the security credentials, okay, let me create it, new one. Okay, new pair I am creating it. Let me create it. In real time will not create it. The team already created, that will use it. Let me deactivate this. Let me delete this one. Let me delete this. I'm deleting, guys. I don't want to use the existing one. I'm going to create a new pair. Access key, secret key. Access key, secret key. Let me delete it. So now let me deactivate existing one. Deactivate existing one. I'm deactivating. I don't want to use, or else delete it. Let me deactivate it first. It's not required. Let me create a new one. I'm creating a new one. So let me create it. So now let me copy this one. This is called as a access key. So I need to, this is access key. Then second, the security key, secret key. Let me, secret key. Let me paste it here. Now, so let me download it. For the tomorrow, I will use this same file. So that's why I'm saving it. Now, I need to pass the credentials. Okay, so let me pass here. Credentials equal to, first one is AWS key ID, AWS key ID. So what is the key ID? So this is the key ID. So this is the single quote, so I have to pass it. What is the second one tip? Second one, secret key. Secret key. That we can call as a AWS secret key. So what is the secret key? This is the secret key, whichever I have copied it, right? This is the secret key. Now I need to define the file type. What is the file format? File underscore format. So in this, what is the file type, team? Which is the file type? Which are the files type? Whether it is a CSV file, or is it a XML file, or is it a JSON file? What is the file type, team? So let me go for S3 here. Let me check it. So landing, right? NSS landing demo 2025. So what is the file type, team? What is the file type? Is it CSV or XML or JSON? What is the file type, team? CSV. That's why I need to pass here CSV. File type equal to CSV. Okay, now when you observe, how many records are there in this file, team? How many records are there in this file? First, assume the third file. How many records are there? Can someone tell me? Is it 4 records or 3 records? Can someone confirm me? Hello? How many records are there in this file, team? It is having, it is having 3 records right here. This is the 3 records. This is also 3 records. 3 plus 3, 6 records. Now, first file, 6 plus 6, 12 records. Okay, so my data starts from the second row, not from the first row, right? First record is a header record. I want to skip the header, so that's why. So delimiter, what is the delimiter in this file, team? So comma, right? Comma delimited CSV file. So that's why I have to define here field delimiter. What is the field delimiter? What is the field delimiter team? Comma. So I need to skip the header. Why? Because my header already created in the Snowflake. So that's why. So I need to skip header from the my file. My data starts from the second row. That's why I need to skip header equal to 1. Okay. So this is the copy command I have to write it. Let me before loading. Let me check my table. So my table data is empty. Let me check it one more time. See, I'm checking the data. This table having 0 records. Now 12 records should be loaded after executing this copy command. See here, so multiple files are there, right? So I didn't define anything. If we are not defining anything, automatically it will load all the files. In this path, what are the files are there? All the files it will load. Anyway, let me execute it, or else I can define it also. See, 3 files. One file having 3 records. First file having 6 records. Second file having 3 records. Third file having 3 records. So these are the all the files are loaded. Let me execute it. My select statement. It should be 12 records are available. This is a way to load the data by using the copy into command. So what I'm doing, I'm connecting with AWS by using the access key, secret key. So then I'm creating the staging. Then after creating the staging, I'm using the copy command. By using the copy into command, I'm loading the data into Snowflake table. Now my requirement is, okay, let me make empty now. Now my requirement is, now my requirement is, so I'm making the empty now. My target table I'm making empty. So now when I check my target table, it is empty. Now my scenario is, please observe carefully team. Total 3 files are there. Now I don't want to load these 3 files. I want to load only second file data only I want to load it. What are the second file is there? That file data only I want to load it. What is the second file data team? How many records are there in the second file? So it is having 3 records. These 3 records only I want to load it. So for this case, what we have to do means, so that is the files, which is the file you want to load the data, that is the option objective name you have to pass here. So files equal to, so which file you want to load the data, that is the file name you have to mention it. That's it. So I'm mentioning the file 2. I want load only file 2. That's why I'm mentioning the file 2.csv. So now, so my target table is empty. Let me execute one more time. My target table is empty. Now, so now I have mentioned files equal to, which is the file I want to load the data. That is the file name I have mentioned. That's why, so let me, when I execute this statement, it will load only file 2. What are the data is there? That data only it will load it. See, it is loading only file 2. Why? Because of I said I have given instruction to load only file 2. Don't load file 1, file 3 data. See now that's why file 3 is loaded. File 2 is loaded. So now when you check the file 2 data, it's having 3 records are available. 3 records are loaded. This is the way to load the data. Now my scenario is, please observe carefully team. So this kind of scenarios they will ask in intro. So suppose now I'm making empty, my table having empty now. My table having empty. See when I replace it, it will become empty. Now my scenario is I want to load first file and third file data I want to load. I don't want to load second file. So what I have to do team here? So I need to load first file and third file. So what I have to mention here? 2 files I have to mention it. Let me keep the copy here. So here file 1.csv, comma. So what is the second file you want to load it? So file 3.csv. I don't want to load 2. So that's why I'm mentioning these options. Let me put, okay. So I need to mention comma here. Okay. So now let me execute it. So my before executing, my target table is empty. Let me verify it. So now I need to load file 1 6 record, file 3 having 3 record. 6 plus 3, 9 records should be loaded. Let me check it whether it is loading or not. This is the options, it will vary guys based on the requirement. What are the files you want loaded, that is the files will mention it here. Let me mention it. See, 3 and 6, 9 records are loaded. So now let me verify it. My table, 9 records are loaded. Okay. So is it clear to how to load the files? So by using the AWS S3, I will get the files. I will create a staging. So I will keep the files in staging. Then I will load the copy into command. By using the copy into command, okay, after creating the table, I will use the AWS key ID, AWS secret key. By using these two options, I will define the file format. What is the file type? CSV. What is the delimiter in this file? What is the header? There are multiple files are there. I want to load only particular files. How to load the particular files means files equal to here I have to mention it. Suppose I want to load file 3 also. What I have to do, team? File 2 also I want to load it. So let me mention this file 2 also. So let me mention in the last file 2 also I want load it. Let me load file 2 also. So before loading, let me make empty. How to make empty? So I'm recreating this table structure. It will become empty. See, let me execute fully. So now my table is empty. Now I'm loading all the files. If you mention, not mention also fine, because of multiple files are there. Try to mention it here. Okay, this is the way to good method to load it. So now all the files are loaded. All the files are loaded. Okay, any questions, team, so far? So this is a one of the requirement. So there are multiple files are in one of the S3 bucket. Get these files, load into Snowflake, create a one Snowflake table, between create a stage. Then by using the copy into command, by using the access keys, AWS key ID, we can load the data. Okay, is it clear, team? Any questions so far? How to load the data? Okay, so this is Venkat, guys. This is the Venkat from Nandini Software Solutions. Okay, so we're going to learn Snowflake with the AWS. We're going to learn this batch. The regular class is going to start from tomorrow. Okay, 15. If anyone interested to learn Snowflake with AWS and Azure, feel free to reach out this number 9538160185. The highlights of this training institute will provide you interactive real-time online classes. After class is done, we'll provide you recording videos, that is lifetime access. Real-time scenarios will give it, will provide you materials, project explanation, resume preparation, mock interviews will conduct, doubts and clarification, interview questions and answers will explain team. Okay, so this is my institute website, www.nandinisoftware.com. This is my YouTube channel. Okay, so the course duration is 45 days, team. The course duration is 45 days. Okay, daily 1 hour. The class timings, morning, we have only morning timings, 8:30 a.m. IST, Indian timing, to 9:30 IST, 1 hour. The classes from Monday to Friday will conduct. Saturdays sometimes we'll take it. Okay, not all the Saturdays, sometimes. Okay, special classes will conduct because of it is required SQL. Okay, so basic SQL required. Okay, full package will provide, guys. So this is the course content. So let me show you course content. The materials also already predefined. Okay, so this is a very useful, guys, this materials which we have already prepared. So this materials, lab documents, everything, it is helpful, guys. Okay, so this is the documents I have prepared for the 40 classes. Okay, so this is the course content we are going to explain in the Snowflake. Let me show you. This is the course content. I'm going to cover it. Okay. So it is required basic SQL, guys. So how to configure the Snowflake trial account, AWS trial account, data warehousing concept, SQL will cover it along with the introduction of Snowflake. Okay, Snowflake stages, all this topic, data loadings, okay, streams, okay, time travel, fail safe, procedures, functions, real-time interview questions and answers, project explanation, mock interviews, how to search the job, okay, how to prepare the resume, full thing will cover, guys. Okay, so if you anyone interested to learn from tomorrow onwards regular classes, reach out this number. Thank you, guys. Let me stop recording. Let me take your doubts. Any questions, team?